students, faculty, and other staff members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everybody. I am happy to be here to deliver the convocation address on the occasion of the Silver Jubilee year of the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences. I extend my heartiest congratulations to all the students receiving their degrees. Some of you have received special awards and medals and therefore deserve special appreciation. I noticed that out of the 12 gold medals I gave just now, 8 were won by our daughters. Please. I am also told that out of the 111 gold medal winners, 87 are our daughters. This is almost 80% and is a tremendous achievement. I am happy that women are leading our country into the future in all fields, including the medical sciences. I especially congratulate our daughters for this feat. I also congratulate parents, faculty members, and administrative staff for making this possible. What you teach, learn, and practice as students of health sciences are among the most important branches of knowledge. At any rate, they are the noblest of sciences that help alleviate pain and save lives. As you know, ancient India generated a highly developed knowledge base for healthcare. They called it Ayurveda, which means science of life or science of longevity. Your subject has been arguably the most important branch of knowledge during the past 1 year. COVID-19 has inflicted agony and misery of unprecedented levels around the globe. We are proud of our doctors and paramedics who rose to the challenge, even if it meant a great risk to their own lives. Truly, India's measured response to the pandemic has saved countless lives. It is in this context that the role of your institution becomes eminently more important. I am glad to learn that this university trained over 2 lakh healthcare professionals, from doctors and nurses to administrators and hospital facility providers, to better respond to the outbreak. This campaign, I am sure, contributed immensely in creating a uniform response to provide quality care to COVID-19 patients. Of late, health scientists like you have gained the upper hand in the novel coronavirus. Several vaccines have been produced in record time. Responding to the call of Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is a self-reliant India, our nation has not only manufactured the vaccine, but has also reached out to other nations to provide the same. The largest vaccination drive in history is underway in India. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to note that this esteemed university, with one of the largest networks of affiliated institutions in the world, has led many innovations in the field of healthcare education. It has emerged as a globally credible brand due to the sustained efforts made by the leaders of this university since its inception. I am told that this large health science university in India has more than 800 affiliated institutions, covering a wide range of courses in health sciences, including Ayurveda, Unani, naturopathy, and yogic sciences, homeopathy, as well as pharmacy. This is indeed a holistic vision of healthcare. The university is also at the forefront of advancing knowledge and skills through research and development and extension activities. For this purpose, it has joined hands with select institutes of excellence in India and abroad. In today's convocation, I am told about 28,000 undergraduates, 6,000 postgraduates, and 200 candidates of super specialty, fellowship, certificate courses, and PhD are being awarded their degrees. The numbers are very impressive indeed. It is heartening to note that today the total pool of healthcare professionals in India goes up substantially. Ladies and gentlemen, healthcare delivery in India is poised to undergo a change at all stages: prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. No single entity in the healthcare sector can deliver results and achieve outcomes. The evolution of the sector calls for active involvement and participation of all stakeholders and the use of innovation to bridge intent and execution. Moreover, the first major pandemic in over a century has taught us to be better prepared for unforeseen public health crisis. Though COVID-19 seems to be one of a kind health crisis that happens rarely, a section of scientists has warned us to be prepared for similar challenges ahead. The world has, let us hope, learned the right lessons. In the post-COVID phase, the world will have to pay more attention to public health care. While the priority there has to be the needs of underprivileged, we have seen a crisis that cut across class and geography. But the pandemic has taught the world that one cannot be safe if others are at risk. It is a lesson in universal brotherhood. That spirit, incidentally, finds beautiful expression in what is called the universal prayer. As a part of it, we say, Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya. It means, may all be happy, may all be free from illness. It is in striving to make all free from illness that you will find your true calling. Dear students, today is a momentous day in your life. May God bless you all in your career as healers. I also pray that God gives you the wisdom to always realize that you are in a very noble profession that deals with human life and requires the highest degree of personal integrity. Today, however, is not the day when your education ends. Only a phase of it ends today. And real education begins now. Medical science is growing by leaps and bounds, all ever increasing pace. The rapid growth of research and technological innovations in medical sciences has enhanced the quantum of knowledge manifold. The understanding of human health and behavior of a virulent pathogen was decoded in a matter of days, thanks to incredible advancement in medical sciences. That is, of course, a welcome development, and during about 13 months of the pandemic, we have witnessed how quickly scientists were able to understand the virus and devise ways to control its spread. You are a student for the rest of your life, which demands genuine humility from you. From today, you are also a practitioner. Your knowledge and skills are going to provide people relief from diseases and even save life. That is why people consider doctors and allied professionals as angels on earth. You will learn to honor their trust and respect. You will strive to reach out to all those people you can help. Your entry into this noble profession opens up for you unforeseen and unprecedented opportunities to serve humanity. It depends on you as to how you make the best use of these opportunities. In the Union Budget announced this week, on the 1st February, the area of health and well-being has been recognized as one of the 6 crucial pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Boosting healthcare infrastructure in the country is being given strong emphasis. Effective utilization of this national resource will be possible only with your active support and contribution. Dear students, the demand for healthcare services in our country will undoubtedly keep growing, and the range of healthcare issues you will be addressing in India will be among the broadest in the entire world. If you can keep updating your knowledge and skills by learning from the latest advances across the globe, you can certainly emerge as the leaders in your profession. I also expect you to become knowledge creators for the global medical fraternity. I commend the Chancellor of the University as well as the state government headed by Sri B.S. Yedurappa for guiding this outstanding institution. I wish the university a great future ahead. I once again wish you all the very best in the future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद बेंगलुरु में 23वें दीक्षांत समारोह को संबोधित कर रहे थे राजीव गांधी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ हेल्थ साइंसेज के। इस मौके पर उन्होंने जो वहां के छात्र थे और उनके अभिभावकों को बधाई दी और साथ ही कहा कि कोरोना महामारी के दौर में भारत ने एक अग्रणी भूमिका निभाई है। न सिर्फ आत्मनिर्भरता का परिचय करते हुए कोरोना वैक्सीन का निर्माण किया, बल्कि अब बाकी देशों